GETTY West Ham star Marko Arnautovic celebrates his winner against Chelsea. Marko Arnautovic's first goal for the club since his £25 million move from Stoke gave the Hammers the first win in 9 league matches. And David Moyes, therefore, secured his first win at the 5th attempt since becoming West Ham's manager. All in all, then, a first-class day for West Ham as they fight to pull clear of relegation trouble. But it was substandard class from Chelsea, whose 7-match unbeaten run in the Premier League came to a shock end. And it's looking increasingly likely that they won't retain the title. Moyes made his first big call before the kick-off when, as expected, he decided not to reinstate England's Joe Hart in goal. Hart, on loan from Manchester City, was not allowed to play against his parent club last Sunday. Adrian took his chance to impress the Hammers boss and kept his place for the London derby. And Moyes was rewarded with a solid performance from Adrian and a swamp-important clean sheet. But the West Ham keeper was afforded a quiet start as his side dominated from the kick-off, and that led to an early goal. Mikel Antonio and Manuel Lanzini combined in the 6th minute before the ball reached Arnautovic, who made space for himself in the penalty area before arrowing a left-foot shot into the far corner of the net. Moyes' celebrations on the touchline were exaggerated but understandable. Adrian's first involvement was to deal with a cross in the 18th minute, and when Marcos Alonso caught him with a late challenge, the Chelsea wing-back was cautioned. Gradually, though, the threat from the champions increased. Alvaro Morata looked hopey but unsuccessful for a penalty following a Winston Reid challenge. Chelsea lost 10 away at West Ham today. Here are our Blues player ratings. Chelsea FC. Chelsea team average 6.29. Then Eden Hazard miscued across the face of the goal with what for a player of his ability was a reasonable opportunity. Adrian was pressed into serious action with 2 saves in the space of a minute as the Hammers were pushed back. First, he got down smartly to make a only-handed stop from N'Golo Kante at the expensive corner. Then the West Ham keeper made another save from a low strike by David Zappacosta. But the Hammers, inspired by the strong running of Arthur Masuaku, finished the first half on top. Chelsea upped their game at the beginning of the second half, when West Ham needed strong defending from Reid and Angelo Ogbonna. But the Hammers felt they should have had a penalty in the 54th minute, when Arnautovic and Andreas Christensen tangled and the ball appeared to hit the Chelsea defender's hand. An indication of how desperate Chelsea boss Antonio Conte was to rescue the situation was the fact he used all 3 substitutes by the 65th minute. He sent on 3 attackers, 2 in Pedro, Victor Moses and Willian. As Chelsea threw everything and everyone at the West Ham defence, Christensen had a well-struck drive blocked as Boss threw themselves at the ball. But Chelsea still didn't look convincing, nothing like the side which stormed to the title last season. They should, though, have equalised 7 minutes from time, but the unmarked Morata shot wide. That confirmed it was going to be West Ham's day, not Chelsea's. Getty. Alvaro Morata missed a golden opportunity to equalise for Chelsea. The Hammers, therefore, held on for a famous win, which Moyes celebrated at the final whistle with a punch in the air. Hammers skipper Mark Noble praised the effect Moyes has had since he arrived at the club. "We have got a great bunch of players who work hard for each other," he said. "We didn't have the rub of the green in the first part of the season, but I think the manager has come in and solely concentrated on the team shape and not conceding goals, and I think that showed today. I had the boys fight and play well against Manchester City, and to play the way we did and then come home and play Chelsea, a fantastic team, to get a 10-win and defend for our lives at times, but that's what we have to do. It was a massive victory." Arnautovic has received criticism for his displays since a big money move from Stoke, but was delighted to get his first goal for the club. "We had to work hard. As strikers we had to do many other jobs," he said. "I can describe my feelings. It was just amazing and all the players were just amazing, and I think we deserved 3 points. I wanted to do it from my first day when I started at West Ham, but it was a difficult time. I don't want this to be my last goal. I want to make the club's fans happy." Chelsea defender Gary Cahill was blunt in his assessment of his side's performance. "We were not at the races today. Whatever the reason, it is very disappointing," he said. Related articles.